Level 1. The Cold Caller. You start in a boiler room, a basement warehouse on the outskirts of Queens that smells of cheap synthetic carpet, stale cigarette smoke, and burnt coffee. There are no windows. The air conditioner just circulates the stifling air. Your workspace consists of a piece of particle board, a plastic chair, and a corded phone without a redial button. In front of you lies a printout of a cold lead list. The names of auto mechanics from Ohio, teachers from Texas, and small-time farmers from Kansas, people who have never even seen Wall Street. Your script is taped to the monitor. You call them 300 times a day, selling penny stocks, worthless companies that have nothing but a loud name and a rented mailbox. Choking on forced enthusiasm, you lie to them, promising they will be rich by Friday. Behind your back walks a manager with a megaphone, ready to fire anyone who pauses for more than 5 seconds between calls. You endure it because on Saturday you get an envelope with $300 in cash. It is barely enough for a room rental in Brooklyn and a subway pass. But right here, you learn the fundamental rule of this game. People always have extra money, and they always want to give it to someone who lies with absolute confidence. Level 2. The Registered Representative. You passed the Series 7 exam and got your license. Now your name is entered into the official FINRA registry. You are no longer a basement rat. You wear a 3-piece suit bought at an outlet sale and work in Midtown Manhattan. Your open space office is a boiling cauldron of 200 equally ambitious young guys. A continuous hum fills the air. Shouting, fists slamming against desks, the clinking of breaking glasses. Giant wall panels flash with running Bloomberg tickers. Your clients are bigger now. Dentists, logistics company owners, provincial lawyers. They have a spare $100,000 and they want you to make that money work. You quickly realize the market does not obey mathematics. It obeys two primal emotions, raw fear and blind greed. Your job is to swing them between these two poles. You see senior partners orchestrating classic pump and dump schemes, artificially inflating the stock prices of shell corporations just to dump them onto your clients and pocket 40% commissions. The system strikes you as deeply cynical, but you do not feel guilt. You feel the thrill. You understand that the rules are written to keep the crowd outside while the insiders strip the profit from the inside. Level 3. The Information Trader. The first real boundary is crossed without any drama at a private cocktail party in a Park Avenue penthouse. You are standing by a panoramic window when you overhear a tipsy board member of a major biomedical company. He whispers to his partner that their new breakthrough cancer drug just failed its final clinical trials, and the official press release won't drop for another 48 hours. In that exact moment, the world around you freezes. You don't run to a terminal, you act with absolute cold-blooded precision. Through a front man in the Cayman Islands, you open a massive short position using all of your life savings and money borrowed at high interest from very shady people. 48 hours later, the stock crashes by 85%. Your first $2 million materialize in your hidden account. You stare at the numbers on your laptop screen in an empty room, and a door locks inside you. The law no longer feels like a sacred code. Now, it is just a set of legal hurdles to bypass if you possess the right data. You buy your first Audemars Piguet. It isn't for bragging rights. It is your ticket into the cast of people who trade secrets, not stocks. Level 4. The Asset Titan. You founded your own hedge fund. You have $3 billion under management. Money belonging to senators, Middle Eastern princes, Hollywood stars, and old European dynasties who despise paying taxes in their home countries. Your office occupies the top floor of a glass and titanium tower overlooking Central Park. You no longer hunt for inside information. You create it. A single call to a loyal analyst at a major bank or a well-timed coordinated report about liquidity issues at a competitor is all it takes to crush a tech startup's capitalization and net you millions on its downfall in a single evening. Your life becomes a continuous flight on a private Gulf Stream between New York, Aspen, and London. Your time is micromanaged down to the second, and your lawyers cost $5,000 an hour. You begin to view regular people as mere statistical units that facilitate the movement of capital. Laws, regulatory bodies, tax audits, all of it seems like minor background noise, transaction costs that your financial team easily factors into the budget. Level 5. The Shadow Laundering Master. The money becomes so massive that its physical existence within the U.S. legal framework begins to threaten your safety. You transition into the realm of international financial architecture. Panama, Cyprus, Liechtenstein, the British Virgin Islands. You construct multi-layered trusts and shell corporations that close and open faster than regulatory algorithms can log them. Your clients are people whose names will never appear on Forbes lists, but who control massive sectors of the global shadow economy. Eastern European officials, Latin American cartels, African generals. You master mirror trading and trade-based money laundering, moving billions of dollars in cash across continents under the guise of shipping unrefined copper or heavy construction equipment. On the other end, it emerges as pristine German government bonds or U.S. Treasury bills. You realize the global financial system is not a fair market, but a gigantic legalized laundromat, and you are one of its chief engineers. Level 6. The RICO target paranoia arrives without knocking. It starts when your internal audit director, the one person who knew every hidden wire transfer in the fund, resigns in a single day, leaves his badge on the desk, and completely vanishes from the radar. A week later, you notice a black Chevrolet Suburban with deep window tint parking at the corner of your street every time you return home late. During a dinner at a private club, your personal attorney asks you to turn off your phone and slide it into a signal-blocking Faraday pouch. He informs you that Financial Cyber Command and the U.S. Secret Service, alongside the IRS, have built a federal RICO case against you. Every phone call you make is being recorded. Every transaction is examined under a microscope, and every partner you meet is potentially wearing an FBI wire under their shirt. Your home no longer feels like your castle. You stop sleeping without pills, dismantle the wall sockets in your study searching for bugs, and spend millions on private counterintelligence firms to run polygraphs on your own staff. Level 7. The International Fugitive. You are saved by a single phone call 40 minutes before armored tactical vehicles block the exits of your Hamptons estate. An informant inside the Department of Justice, whom you have been paying for a decade, cashes in his final and most expensive favor. You grab only one briefcase containing 3 fake passports, encrypted hardware crypto wallets, and bricks of Swiss francs. Your private jet takes off under a fraudulent flight plan and sets a course for a country that does not extradite to the United States, Dubai, or Montenegro. By morning, your U.S. accounts are frozen, your properties are seized, and your face is published on the front page of the Interpol website with a red notice. Your life shrinks to the secured perimeter of a coastal villa. You still have millions, and you drink 30-year-old wine, but you are trapped. You cannot leave the territory. Your personal security team looks at you like a walking bag of cash waiting to be sold out, and every rustle outside the gates makes you reach for the pistol in your desk drawer. Level 8. The Interdiction. The mistake is not made by you, but by your digital shadow. Your daughter sends an encrypted email to your old hidden server, or one of the local corrupt officials you paid off decides to trade your location to lift U.S. sanctions on his own family business. The raid happens at 4 o'clock in the morning, when human reaction times are at their lowest. The windows of your bedroom shatter into dust from flashbang grenades. Heavy tactical boots stomp through the villa. Before you can even open your eyes, you are slammed face down onto the floor. A camouflaged knee rams into the back of your head, pinning you to an expensive rug as cold steel Smith & Wesson handcuffs click tightly around your wrists. A man in a civilian suit leans down, flashes a U.S. Secret Service badge, and calmly says, "You are under arrest by warrant of the Southern District of New York." You are driven to the airport in a blind, windowless van, loaded onto a gray, unmarked military transport plane, and flown back across the ocean, fully aware that your empire, your money, and your grandeur vanished in 3 seconds of a tactical breach. Level 9. The Federal Asset. You sit in a windowless room in the underground unit of the MCC Manhattan Federal Prison. You are wearing an orange jumpsuit, and a plastic cup of weak colored water sits on the table before you. Across from you sit 3 federal prosecutors and 2 special agents from the Secret Service. Your life is on the line. The prosecution is demanding 35 years without the possibility of parole. For a man your age, that is a death sentence in a concrete box. The prosecutor slides a thick folder across the table. It details the exact structure of the offshore networks they managed to crack. But they don't know everything. They don't need your money, they need your mind. They want to know who helped the cartels move those billions, which senators took bribes through your funds, and which European banks turned a blind eye to the transactions of sanctioned nations. You pick up the pen and begin to write. You talk for 8 hours a day, 4 months straight. You dismantle the system brick by brick. Every name, every SWIFT transaction number, every hidden server in Iceland. You turn into the most heavily guarded and deeply hated witness in the history of the Department of Justice. Your name is scrubbed from the general inmate rosters for your own survival. Level 10. The Sovereign Analyst. 5 years pass. Your old name no longer exists in any database. Your death from a heart attack is officially logged in medical archives. Your face has been altered by plastic surgery, and your old associates think you are either rotting in a black site or lying at the bottom of the ocean. Now, your workspace is located inside the secure situational center of the Secret Service Cyber Command in Washington. A permanent special advisor badge with top-secret clearance hangs from your dark suit. You sit in front of a semicircular wall of high-definition monitors, watching the exact same Bloomberg charts and transaction maps you manipulated your entire life. But now, you work for the other side. You analyze trading volumes for anomalies, hunt down new hidden offshore networks, and tactically track young, arrogant brokers and fund managers operating on levels 2 and 3. You watch through the system's optics as they make the exact same mistakes, indulge in the same illusion of omnipotence, and buy the same luxury watches you once did. You hit a single key on your keyboard, authorizing an order to freeze their accounts, and smile quietly to yourself. The state didn't destroy you, it simply integrated your knowledge into its own defense mechanism. The cycle is complete, and now you are the system.